At Christmas dinner, my wife pushed my mother to the very end of the table and set a single dry piece of bread in front of her. No butter, no sides, no place setting that matched the rest of ours. Just a lonely white plate and a crust of bread. And as my mother, Marjorie Weaver, 78 years old, only 2 weeks out of hip surgery, tried to break that bread with her, shaking hands, something inside me snapped. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't flip the table. I simply reached for my phone and sent a message that would change the course of that night forever. But before I tell you what happened after that message, you need to understand how we got to that moment. My name is Frank Weaver, and I've lived in Holland, Michigan my whole life. I've worked maintenance at Holland Community Hospital for nearly 3 decades. I'm not a dramatic man by nature. I get up, I fix what's broken, I clock out, I go home. I married Linda 12 years ago. She's always cared more about appearances than I ever did, but I thought we balanced each other out. And my mother, quiet, dignified, always smelling faintly of lavender lotion, moved in with us temporarily while she healed from her surgery. Linda didn't like it. She didn't say it at first, but I could feel it in her clipped tones, the way she sighed when Mom shuffled into the living room, the way she wiped the counters twice whenever Mom leaned on them for support. She kept saying, "It's just until the new year," like it was a prison sentence. Still, I didn't expect Christmas to go the way it did. Linda had decorated the house beautifully. String lights, gold ribbon, cinnamon candles burning on every surface. The dining table was set with her mother's old china. My in-laws Carl and Denise arrived dressed like they were going to an executive dinner, not a family holiday. Everything looked perfect, except for the way they treated my mother. Dinner was served buffet style from the kitchen island. I carried in the honey-glazed ham from Mayor steam rising off the pan. Linda spooned mashed potatoes with melted butter into everyone's bowl. Cranberry sauce, roasted green beans, hot rolls, everything smelled warm and festive. But when I looked over at the far end of the table, Mom sat on a folding chair we normally kept in the garage. No placemat, no napkin, no real portion of food, just that one pitiful crust of bread. "Linda," I said quietly, "why doesn't Mom have—" She cut me off loudly enough for her parents to hear. "My parents can't stand that hospital disinfectant smell on her," she said, waving her hand as though explaining a minor inconvenience. I just sat her down there for the moment. The way Carl and Denise nodded so casually, so approvingly, sent heat crawling up my spine. They didn't even look at my mother. They kept eating, praising the ham, talking about their winter trip to Arizona. My mother must have sensed my anger because she gave me a small, shaky smile. "I'm fine, honey," she whispered. "Really?" But I watched her try to break that bread in half. Her fingers trembled. She winced probably from her hip or from the dryness scraping her throat, and still she lifted the tiny piece like she was grateful for it. She took a slow, painful bite. She chewed carefully like swallowing hurt. Her eyes flicked up to me again, and she tried to smile. That was it. That was the moment something in me tore clean down the middle.